A former staff said Donald Trump could close the internet if a second period was selected in the White House. Miles Taylor, former chief general staff of Trump's Internal Security Department, was a pioneer in MSNBC Principal's former president, and asked what damage to government without breaking law. Opportunities are almost unlimited. Taylor said, "The biggest concerns for me is on the national security side. Calling forces we have never heard of that President of United States has been called potentially. Closing companies or closing internet or distributing U.S. Army to U.S. territory. This is a great concern for people like me and people who are worried about what he can do. But armament of government can extend to places we have never seen during interinstitution. Ministry of Education. Veterans Department will use these power and these budgets to help his allies and damage his enemies." According to polling collector Fivethirtyeight, Trump is currently leading in the GOP principals with 61.4% of vote share. Some national surveys argued that would win presidential election against Joe Biden in a hypothetical match. One morning consultancyBloomberg news survey as whole, he estimated that was ahead of 47 to 42% in the case of 7 key swings. At the 2015 campaign rally, Trump claimed that in some cases it was open to restricting the internet. "We should see Bill Gates and many different people who really understand what is happening. We should talk to them. Perhaps in certain areas, this closes this internet somehow." In a Republican debate later on that month, Trump said that the internet was open to closing areas to prevent terrorism. Miles Taylor, who worked under the direction of Trump, summarized the potential threats of a second Trump period. "ISIS hires over the internet. ISIS uses the internet better than we use the internet. And this was our idea. I want to take bright people from the Silicon Valley and other places and find a way to do what ISIS has done. I would definitely be open to the closing areas we are in war with someone." When he challenged, he added, "I am not talking about closing the internet. I am talking about closing the parts of the internet where ISIS is located. A provision in the Communication Act causes any station to be closed for radio communication and causing the closure of any facility or station for wire communication. The only thing for use of these great powers is to report national emergency by the President of national safety for broadcasting stations and mobile phones or internet or telephone networks. The abolition of internet service in certain regions of the U.S. will require more than one company to close the cell towers and fiber networks and restrict satellite access to people living in these regions."